It was late summer of 1997, and I step out of the cab into the oppressive heat of the Texas Gulf Coast. I gaze upon the office that was to be the genesis of my new career in sales. Overwhelmed with anticipation, I could not anticipate the nightmare that was about to unfold. At the end of my first day, I'm introduced to Ace from marketing. Like most marketers, no one in the company has any clue what he does. Ace is in charge of my rather unique accommodations. Ace sets me up with an old company van to use during training. That should have been my first clue something was wrong. Marketing actually providing a vehicle that drives sales. I start the van and begin my journey. As I approach my destination, live oaks line leaf-covered streets of a lower middle-class neighborhood filled with aging starter homes and ragged short-term rentals. Every few blocks, a tilted for sale sign populates a patchwork lawn. This neighborhood is a pathway through a long-forgotten suburban dream, a place you could hide out, go unnoticed, or disappear. A place called Kingsrow. As I walk into the house, two men are finishing up a hasty paint job. Specks of paint cover the lead tradesman as the sound of Free Bird echoes from a decades-old boombox. He wears a red baseball cap backwards, covering grayish-brown hair that has not changed in style since 1977. The year the Free Bird, in fact, fell to the ground. Upon introducing myself, I quickly find out the painter is a member of a group that lives off-grid, wanting to live free of the encumbrance of taxes and government overreach. He has many interesting theories which he is compelled to share with me in great detail. His distant, expressionless eyes infuse an intensity to a conversation about the end of the world, Armageddon, and the rapture. I smile and nod a lot and try to employ the axiom, when in Rome. The painters leave and I'm left to explore this unusual dwelling. Needless to say, I'm beginning to feel a little peculiar about my new career move. And I think to myself, so this is what it's like to be in sales. The house had somehow become company property. The company used it to quarter new employees during training. To say that my new residence was in disarray would be apocryphal. To start off with, the previous occupants, a couple of freewheeling bachelors, had left the place a mess. But that wasn't the main problem. Under the acrid scent of paint thinner was a pungent, earthy undertone, the subtle scent of decay, rot, and death. With a deep breath, I take measure of my situation. I decide to spend a few hours cleaning. I sanitize the bathroom, wash my bedding, and remove garbage. House now livable, I shower and settle for the evening. Exhaustion consumes me, and I collapse into a hard, deep sleep. Deep in the haze of a dream, my subconscious is overwhelmed with a sense of impending doom. I open my eyes, and a steely, moonlit bedroom comes into shape. My mind grasps, was that real? I know I have to gain my wits. Reason begins to calibrate and take measure. Think, what was that? The clock reads 11:59. My heart racing and my senses confused, I try to orient. Where am I? Oh yeah. As quickly as I can, I turn on the lights. I search the house for a weapon. Although the house is somewhat furnished, I find no ball bats, broadswords, or crucifixes to intimidate the undead. I mean, for the love of God, this is Texas. Surely there's a 12 gauge in the closet somewhere. Of course not. Rumor had it the company was going through reps pretty fast, and they couldn't afford to give someone the easy way out. All I can find is one of those extra-large Texas-style steak knives like they sell in the barbecue section of Home Depot. I place it on my nightstand and collapse into bed. Second thought, I place the knife under my pillow. The next day I am deathly ill. Sicker than I've ever been in my life. Fever, chills, muscle aches. I can barely stand. What's going on here? Every so often, at about the same time of night, over the next few weeks I am awakened by the sound. It pulls me from my sleep in the same state of primordial fear. All the while, the grit, the scent of decay, and the unique culture are starting to create an impression, test my resolve, taunt me. I spend the 11th week of my training traveling the field out of state with a senior rep. I carefully ask him if there's anything unusual about Kingsrow, something I should know. He smiles and advises me that I should leave that one alone. At the end of that week, I fly back to the home office, gather my car, and drive towards my final encounter with Kingsrow. As I pull into Kingsrow, I see a shadowy figure standing in the driveway. Is that the painter? Oh man, not again. As luck would have it, the painter had not been raptured while I was away. He had used that time to finish his work inside of Kingsrow. He let me know that the windows and doors were all open and that I would need to secure the house as I settled for the evening. As I make my way through Kingsrow, I approach the master bedroom. That's unusual. Something's not right. What is that painter up to? I slowly walk up to the entrance of the master bedroom and an explosion of brown and gray comes straight towards me and I dive for cover. I unleash a series of 4-letter words that not even Gary V has come up with. This creature just flew right past me and out the door. I begin to put things together. I've been haunted by an owl. A freaking owl. All this time. I think this owl was able to get in the attic space. There must have been an opening that allowed the owl to come and go as needed. The sound did seem like it came from above. What I was hearing was the screech of an owl in the ethereal fog of a dream state. The profession of sales will expose the unexamined or disowned parts of our personality. All that we deny in ourselves. You will come face to face with your shadow. But look at it this way. You'll have a great story to tell. If you survive.